Nelson Asofa-Solomona is coming full bore for the Panthers this Friday, and Jerome Luai will be in his sights after being named to return from injury. The mission for the Storm enforcer: end Penrith's dream of a three-peat by causing chaos.
He's the biggest and meanest man in the NRL, and he rarely gives interviews. For Big Nelson, rugby league is a simple game.
Being a big boy, you just have to use your strengths there. Just run hard.
And he says there's no pressure to set the tone for the team from Craig Bellamy.
He just says, for instance, last week he's just like, I'm going to start you. So instantly I knew what he needed from me. And I just said, yes, coach. And then that was it. Hung up the phone. When
he expands on his role, even the unflappable Panthers have to take notice.
Obviously you want to create that chaos for the boys, and it's infectious. When the boys see that, you're really hoping that the guy who takes the carry after you will get some energy from that and really try to get another quick one, and that's how you build momentum.
I look at Melbourne and I look at Nelson and he scares the hell out of me. What do you think?
Yeah, I think the same thing. The bloke's an animal. He's massive and he's so damaging, and he's a great player for him and definitely deserves their respect and attention, and he'll get that. If he's playing well, yeah, it normally means they are, and he's pretty scary when he's in that mood, so got to try and limit his opportunities.
And they might want to protect the injured Jerome Luai after this incident. Not that Nelson would bite.
Doesn't matter who's in front of me this week, bro. I'll just be running hard regardless.
The Panthers have their own beasts. James Fisher-Harris and Moses Leota are as mean and athletic as they get. And unfortunately for Penrith, Nelson has learned from them.
Got a lot of respect for those boys. Yeah, I was in Kiwis camp with them last year and really showed their professionalism and what they do. Really sort of made me look in the mirror and sort of what I can bring to my game.
Danny Weidler, 9 News.
He's quickly become the pin-up boy of the NRL. Suddenly, Broncos star Reece Walsh finds himself on a collision course with those that helped him get there. That skill and swagger, which have become his trademark, will now be used to end the fairy tale for his old Warriors teammates.
Reece Walsh, the fan favourite in Brisbane, but at heart he's still a fanboy. His goal this weekend to bring down his idol, Shaun Johnson.
Obviously, as a kid growing up, you watched SJ and the things he done on the field. I think you try to implement in that the things that he does and did into your game. But I tell you what, it's hard to do what he did, mate.
There'll be extra feeling in this one for Walsh, up against his former teammates at the Warriors.
I really enjoyed my time there, and I'm sure that some of the boys are going to want to give it to me on the weekend, which I'm looking forward to.
And the banter has already started.
He's a live wire. He's a pretty boy. He's got everything going for him. He's got a nice head of hair, so nice eyes too.
The Warriors are adamant they don't fear Walsh or any of the Broncos stars.
We respect them. We know they're a good side, but we don't fear them. We've got to get our game on, and if you're fearing them, you may as well bet you're beaten before you get there.
The Warriors' turnaround has been so significant this year under Andrew Webster. Even the players are shocked they're in a prelim final.
If you asked me a few years ago if I'd be playing finals and being a prelim this year, I would have laughed. It's good to be back here. I'm soaking it all up, and it's really exciting.
Now just 80 minutes away from their first grand final since 2011. Emma Lawrence, 9 News.
He's reached great heights with Queensland this year, and now Ben Hunt is hopeful of ending the turbulence at the Dragons. After meeting with new coach Shane Flanagan, the star playmaker conceding he'll remain at the club, but understands he could be stripped of the captaincy.
If the club think that someone else can do a better job than me, then I understand and I'll accept that. But as of now, I feel like I can lead our group of players down there. I've got a good relationship with all the players, and I feel like they look up to me and trust me to do the job.
Hunt believes Flanagan's mission to remove the rot will be key to turning the club around. The Roosters started the NRLW season as premiership favourites, but ahead of this weekend's sudden death semi, the Tricolours have heaped pressure on a rival club.
I feel that's a tag that we have every year, no matter what, to be honest, as the Sydney Roosters. But yeah, you look at how we went this year and we did really well, and unfortunately we lost to the Knights, so I think the tag might be on them now.
The Roosters face the Titans for a spot in next week's grand final. The other match will feature the Knights against the Broncos.